This bee is really too lazy. It's already 20 years old this year, but it still can't build its own hive. All it does every day is eat, sleep and wander around. One day, while slacking off again, got caught right on the spot by the captain. Startled, it snapped to attention and saluted, but its hands were covered in honey, and it smeared honey all over its own face. It quickly switched to the other hand, only to get both hands stuck. The captain was furious. He ordered the little bee to finish the entire hive today, then marched off with the honey gathering squad. Left alone, the little bee had no choice but to get to work. It grabbed a lump of honey, only to realize how insanely sticky it was. It tried shaping the honey into a ball, but it still clung tightly to its hands. It flailed its arms like crazy, and finally managed to fling the honey off, straight onto the captain's face. The little bee nearly fainted from fear. It rushed over to wipe him clean, but the more it wiped, the worse it got, until the captain's whole face looked like a honey mask. The captain yelled at it to get out of the way. He pulled some pollen from his pocket, rubbed it on his hands, and wiped the honey off effortlessly. The little bee's eyes lit up. It immediately copied the captain, coating its hands in pollen before touching the honey. And sure enough, the honey didn't stick at all. Thrilled, it dove into building the hive. It quickly formed its first hexagon, but the shape collapsed in seconds. Frustrated, it stomped its feet. Then an idea struck. It gathered a few twigs and stuck them into the ground as support, hoping they would hold up the honey. But the honey still collapsed. Just as it was about to throw the twigs away, it noticed the honey on them had hardened after being hit by the breeze from its wings. Excited, it started fanning the honey as hard as it could, and just like that, the honey began to solidify. Before long, the little bee had completed its very first hive cell, but the captain suddenly appeared behind it, telling it there were many more cells left to finish, and if it didn't get them done today, there'd be no dinner. The little bee kept working non-stop, cell after cell, until it finally collapsed from exhaustion. At that moment, the captain returned with the squad. When they saw the enormous hive in front of them, every bee was stunned. This was more than they could build in an entire year. Even the captain was speechless for a moment, then finally praised the little bee with genuine admiration. From that day on, the little bee truly became a real worker bee.